Hello YouTube, my name's Nero and Tui from Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, playing a bit of Domination here on the map Detroit, running around with the TAC-19 shotgun, and man, that TAC-19, I love this weapon, I really do. I'm so happy that they ended up buffing up the TAC-19 and making it a bit better. It's so enjoyable to play with. Those of you guys that are longtime fans of my channel, you remember maybe back all the way to Black Ops 2, I used to use the 870 in like half my videos. It seems like half my videos had that weapon in it. It's just because I enjoy it. There's something that's just, there's so much satisfaction you can get out of using a pump action shotgun. It just feels so good when you get a kill, you get so close to a guy, then bam, and they're going down, and it's like, it's just very enjoyable for me, and I'm so happy that they end up buffing up the TAC-19, making it a bit more viable and allowing me to run around with my shotgun and just have a blast, man. It's so much fun. But we're not going to be talking about the TAC-19 in this gameplay, although I could go this entire video talking about TAC-19, I really could, but we're not going to be talking about that. We'll talk about that in the future video. Today's video, we're going to be talking about a bit of news about Call of Duty Advanced Warfare and the future of its DLC. So Michael Condrey, wonderful guy, you guys know Michael Condrey, co-founder of Sledgehammer Games. We talk about a lot of news here on my channel about Advanced Warfare, and a lot of it comes from Michael Condrey's Twitter. Well, today it's coming from Michael Condrey, but instead of coming from Twitter, it's actually coming from a gaming site called VG247, which I'm sure you guys are pretty aware of that website. He did an interview with them talking about DLC and how they're going to be trying to implement fan favorite maps into DLC in the future. So this is going to be a little excerpt from the interview he actually did. One piece of feedback we heard with Havoc is the fan desire to see some classic maps make their way into Advanced Warfare, and we're taking a look at some opportunities to really highlight the vertical gameplay mechanics and some reimagined franchise favorites moving forward, like we did with Atlas Gorge. Now keep in mind, this isn't part of the interview, but this is just me throwing in my little 2 cents on this. If you guys don't know, Atlas Gorge is the pre-order bonus map that you got with Advanced Warfare. I think you can now purchase it for $5 as well on the marketplace, but it's actually a remake of the Call of Duty 4 map Pipeline. They actually remade that map, and they chose that map out of all the maps because they felt as though the way that map was laid out, it would work very well with the verticality capabilities that you have with the exosuits. That's what they're really going to be trying to do with the different DLC maps that they're going to be trying to be bringing into the game. Is they want these maps to work out very well with the exosuits. They want to have this vertical element to the maps that we really haven't seen in Call of Duty before. That's really what they're trying to do. And with the Havoc DLC, we didn't actually have any reimagined maps. And speaking of the Havoc DLC, those of you guys that play on PlayStation as well as PC, well, today, the day this video is going up, is the day you guys actually have access to that DLC, so hopefully you guys are all enjoying that. But yeah, that DLC did not actually have any remake maps. Usually, what we get with DLC is 3 brand new maps and then 1 reimagined map. Well, with this DLC, we got 4 brand new maps. There's no reimaginations in there whatsoever, so that kind of threw off a lot of people. We're like, oh man, I would like to see a fan favorite, you know, from COD 4, Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, something like that. But let's go back to the article, because he has a little bit more to say about these. Verticality is a key component of the new movement set in Advanced Warfare, and we've doubled down on that for Havoc. We're about to drop some news on how we're going to be pushing even further in that space in the coming DLC offerings, so stay tuned for more soon. And that's really the last useful information we got from that article. So that's pretty interesting, man. Michael Condrey, the head honcho himself, the co-founder of Sledgehammer Games, is already thinking. He's thinking, we would like to bring back some maps. We're going to try and bring back some maps, some fan favorites. And how they're going to do that, he really didn't say. Are they just going to kind of pick some and throw them in the game? Are they going to have a fan voting system like what we had with the Comeback 24/7 playlist, where over there on their Facebook page, fans could go there and they were able to vote as to what map they would like to see have its own 24/7 playlist with double XP, and fans voted for Comeback. You know, it's cool that they got the fans involved with that, and I'm wondering, will they get the fans involved with the choosing of these DLC maps that we're going to be reimagining? That's definitely a possibility. We'll have to see about that. He said to stay tuned, and I'll definitely be staying tuned. Of course, I'll be making more videos in the future if we ever learn anything more about this. What I've actually done with this video is I decided to go back, and I went and I looked up all the different maps that have come out for Call of Duty, and I tried to pick out some ones that I feel as though would be very good in Advanced Warfare. Some maps I feel as though would work out very well with the vertical element that they're really trying to focus on. Now, keep in mind, Sledgehammer Games themselves actually worked with Infinity Ward on Modern Warfare 3. Before they started making their own Call of Duty games, which Advanced Warfare is their first solo Call of Duty game, before they made this, they were working with Infinity Ward, and they helped them put together Modern Warfare 3. So chances are, now I'm not entirely positive on this, it's not 100% confirmed, it's just my own speculation, I feel as though if they were to bring back some more maps, they would probably bring back Infinity Ward maps. You know, maps from Call of Duty 4, maps from Modern Warfare 2, maps from Modern Warfare 3. Probably not maps from Call of Duty Ghosts, just because Call of Duty Ghost came out last year, and I don't really see them ever remaking a map of a game that came out last year. It just doesn't seem like something that they would do, so chances are, if they're going to remake maps, they're probably going to be Infinity War maps, or probably going to be from Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare 2, or Modern Warfare 3. And what I've actually done is I went ahead and I looked up some maps, and I've chosen a select few that I feel so would be very good in Advanced Warfare's multiplayer. So let me know what you think about some of these choices. The first map that came to mind, obviously, was Modern Warfare 2's Favela. I mean, the entire idea of that map was you're playing in a favela and you're running around on top of roofs. That's really what I think fans really enjoyed about Favela, was the fact it was a lot different than any of the other maps that we've seen before, or really after, is the fact that most of the time you play that map, you were on top of a roof. Unless you were down there capturing a flag or something like that, or trying to get to a specific area, a lot of the time you were on top of a roof. There were so many different roofs for you to get on top of and play on. It was a really enjoyable map, and I think it would work out well here in Advanced Warfare. The one problem I see is the fact that last year during Call of Duty Ghost, we ended up actually having Favela come back as a remake map in one of their DLCs. So I don't know if they would end up doing that. I don't know if they would end up setting that precedent where they're going to remake the same map twice. I don't know if they'll do that. We've never seen that before, and I'm wondering if they would ever actually do that. It's a possibility, but it doesn't really seem very, very likely. Another map would be Modern Warfare 2's Highrise. Now, Highrise, I had some speculation on. I really did, because Highrise itself is set on top of a giant skyscraper. It could work out very well with the vertical elements that we have here in Advanced Warfare, but at the exact same time, you have to think that the map itself is kind of flat in a lot of respects, but it does have some other areas. Like, it does have the helipad, it does have the elevators, it does have the crane that goes off the map, it does have the special teddy bear spot where you can get on top of the roof. It's possible Highrise could work out pretty well as a map in Advanced Warfare, I would think. Another one would be Modern Warfare 2's Rust. Now, this is one that a lot of people have been talking about over the months, saying, you know what, I think this would work out pretty well because they have that giant crane thing there in the middle, and it would be just a ridiculously small map, and it would be kind of a fun map, I feel, so with people jumping and dashing, and it'd be very hectic, to say the least, but I think Rust could work out pretty well. Another one would be Modern Warfare 3 Seatown. Now, Seatown, I think, all things considered, is probably a fan favorite from Modern Warfare 3, and I could see them actually bringing it back into Advanced Warfare. The map had a lot of roofs that you can get on top of. It had some walkways you can get on top of. If you think of the central marketplace, I remember people would be on top of those canopies and the little market stalls a whole lot, especially when you're playing Infected. They always seem to flock to those specific areas, so it's definitely a possibility. Another one would be Modern Warfare 3's Mission. Think of Mission from Modern Warfare 3. So that map itself, I think, would work out pretty well. They'd have to redesign it completely, I think, because the map itself really didn't have a ton of things for you to get on top of, but it did have a lot of buildings, which were basically obstacles that you'd have to run around. And if we had exosuits, they could make it so we get on top of those buildings. And you think of like the hill in the very central, like the very focal point of the map was that central hill. Instead of having to run from two specific areas to get into that hill, you could jump up to it from the sides, because we have exosuits, we have double jumping, that's now a thing. We could do a whole lot of things with that map. I feel as though it would work out pretty well. Some other ones would be Call of Duty 4's Overgrown. That's a pretty classic map. It doesn't really have a ton of places for you to jump on top of, but it does have Grandma's house, and everyone loves Grandma's house and that roof, as well as Call of Duty 4's Wetwork, which if you guys have never played Wetwork, I feel as though it's probably the most likely. Like, if I were a betting man, which I'm not, but if I were a betting man, I would say that Call of Duty 4's Wetwork would be one of the best choices for Advanced Warfare DLC, because the map itself is a giant cargo ship, very straight, very linear, but it's a cargo ship just filled with cargo crates. And what people would do is we would do these different kinds of crazy strafe jumps and stuff like that to get on top of these crates and use these crates to our advantage, and I feel as though that would work out very, very well in Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. So those were just some ideas I have, just some ideas I'm just throwing out there, just throwing them out there on the internet, and I'm looking to get some of your guys' feedback on that. What would you guys like to see? What maps do you feel as though would make very good DLC maps here in Advanced Warfare that were in prior Infinity War games? I'll definitely be interested to hear about that. Now, keep in mind, though, they have to try and work well with the theme of exosuits. That's what they're really trying to go for with this. So, me personally, Wasteland is one of my favorite maps of all time. I loved it, but Wasteland is, there's no way they're ever going to remake that map into Advanced Warfare, because what is Wasteland? It was a Modern Warfare 2 map. It was basically two giant fields with a cave in the middle. Like, it wouldn't work out. It's just they're not going to bring that back because it doesn't really fit the theme. Although it would be kind of cool, because instead of going around the map, we could just jump over the bushes. It'd be pretty awesome, but still, I don't feel as though they're going to bring that back. So keep that in mind when you're putting your suggestions in the comment section below. What maps would you guys think would actually work well with the theme of exosuits and the vertical element that they're trying to add to the game? So let me know about that. I hope you guys all enjoyed this video, and if you did, please be sure to leave a rating. Hope you guys all have a wonderful day.